Hi everyone, I'm Delane Cleveland, and in an effort to help limit the spread of COVID-19, we are no longer recording a daily newscast here at our studio in Brooklyn Park, but we continue to bring you the news every day on our website, ccxmedia.org. Here are a few of the stories that showcase how people are adapting to this temporary normal.
I'm Eric Nelson for CCX News. Coming up, it's another segment of Policing in a Pandemic. So how are local officers here in the northwest suburbs dealing with large gatherings of people outside? Are they being hyper vigilant about social distancing, or are they just trying to educate?
Well, we view it as, if there's no property destruction, no other criminal activity, and a group of kids wants to go out and have some fun, we have an issue. I have an issue with individual rights to go out and be outside and see friends. Again, we're going to ask, voluntary compliance, maybe not playing contact sports, or, hey, could you guys just kind of stay apart as best you can? But normally these kids, my kids, I have 4 of my own, they need their time to get outside and do what they can to run off some of that energy. And, people have rights in this country, and they have a right to be outside, and they have a right to go to up to Holiday and get a coffee or something. And it may not be an essential deal, but in the same token, they need to live.
We're handling social distancing by educating people the best we can. We are not, and been committed early on, we are not going to be the strong arm going out in our communities trying to enforce these social distancing when it really is for their own protection. It is a good idea, but it's really challenging in certain parts of our community when the youth have nothing else to do. They are going out and on walks and encouraging, but during those walks, I know that we're seeing them closer than 6 feet, and we're just taking the opportunity to stop and educate them and encourage them to follow, but we just are not going to take a strong approach right now.
The stay-at-home order that the governor put out is intended as a guide, and the hope is that people will voluntarily do that. Our officers are not out aggressively enforcing that law, and we really have taken it very much as an educational piece. If we see a group gathered, we're not interacting with that. We're not interjecting with that group. We do get calls from citizens who are concerned, who see that, and then we do feel an obligation to go and talk with folks. And in that case, again, we're educating them. Our purpose is to say, hey, here's why this rule's in place. We really want to encourage you to abide by it. But we are doing everything we can really to avoid enforcement action on that.
So really, it's all simple here in this COVID-19 pandemic. If you're going to get outside, just practice social distancing. Reporting in Osseo, I'm Eric Nelson for CCX News.
One sure sign of spring is the annual plant sale here at Hennepin Technical College in Brooklyn Park. I'm Shannon Slatton reporting for CCX News. Joining me is instructor Deb Kwame. Deb, this is always such a busy time of year for you guys. How did you mobilize and change things up to still be able to have the plant sale?
They started planting things probably in February. For example, all of the geraniums you see here, a group of students were able to plant those. Anything more than the geraniums, though, was done by me and one other staff.
You still have so many plants to offer for folks. What do they need to know about the sale to pick one up?
That we have an online website. We'll also have a sign in front of the college for people that are driving by. We hopefully, we have a couple of TV spots and some newspapers that we've been using, but social media will be a big driver.
Okay, so you have just as many plants as you usually have somewhat.
We do.
They just need to order online.
We do. And what's missing is just that ambience, the browsing experience where people may not know the name of a plant, but when they see it, they want it. We are doing a little bit differently. You can't order like a pink petunia, blue petunia. Like, I don't have enough. I don't know. I don't have a photographer to take pictures of everything, so we bundled things.
Okay.
And so we've done it the best we can for the short amount of time that we had to do it.
And so folks can order online and then they can come and pick up and you guys will deliver it curbside.
Correct. So what you do is when you order, you will select a time and date that you will, within a window, what will be convenient for you. And then you come down the hill at your time spot, All your boxes will be laid out for it. You load them up and then you exit out the side here.
Online ordering is open right now and it continues until May 18th. You can find out more information on the Hennepin Tech website. We'll link to that website through ours, ccxmedia.org. Reporting in Brooklyn Park, I'm Shannon Slatton for CCX News.
The COVID-19 outbreak means kids can't have birthday parties these days, including newly minted 8-year-old Tegan Smith of Maple Grove. But one of Tegan's neighbors was determined to make sure he had an unforgettable birthday. It's not every day you turn 8, and it's definitely not every day you get a parade for it.
I called a few of my friends to see if we couldn't do a drive-by birthday parade for him.
That's one way to make a kid forget about being sad he wouldn't have a normal birthday this year.
He was in tears and everything else, very sad about not being able to have a party.
But not anymore.
Priceless.
Just pure joy, pure joy.
That's one of the best things that's happened in a long time.
Not quite the Tournament of Roses, but to 8-year-old Tegan, it was perfect.
Really cool.
Tegan's seen parades, but none like this one.
No, not for my birthday, but I've seen parades.
A birthday parade that brightened a little kid's day and his parents too.
We had to do something special, you know, even in this coronavirus madness. Still gotta have something to celebrate.
In Maple Grove, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.